Hiya, 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 Instacart gig workers, along with gig workers in the other areas. I'm so glad you're here. Oh my, I'm caffeinated, pretty much caffeinated. It's 5:04 in the morning. And for those of you that keep asking me, why are you up so early? It's so I can do these silly little videos and answer comments and just pull my day together. So I'm ready when the world is ready. It takes that long for this old broad to just get up and go. So this lady said to me the other day, she says to me, I love your hair. Yeah, did you go gray because of the pandemic? And I said, no, I decided to go to my natural color about 10 years ago. And she said, oh, I went gray with the pandemic and I have no regrets. And I said, I know. L'Oreal 9.5. I used it for years. Yeah. So anyway, but the haircut or lack thereof is definitely pandemic. I had a bob and I used to go and get it, done every 6, 7 weeks, but I've let it go. This is kind of like me back in high school, 1968, when I graduated. I can't believe how long ago that is. Did I tell you about the guy that trained me to be a cashier at Shaw's? He's 17. And he came in the other day with his skateboard and something else in his hand. And I took one look at him and I said, if I took a photo shot of him and knew how to like upload his picture here so you could see who trained me, he's 53 years younger than me. And he's training me how to be a cashier. Oh, lordy, lordy. So anyway, here we are, and we're doing the do. And I don't know what it was with last week with no GPS, but even Instacart was actually emailing me, not just texting me, because they were concerned about the GPS. But it came back like that. I truly feel it was weather related because it was in the 50s in July on Cape Cod. And so many people, maybe all utilizing it at the same time, and it made it crash. I don't know. But it came back yesterday morning when I went to start Instacart. And so I'm delighted about that because I pulled out my iPad and I had that all recharged and updated, which I hadn't done for a year and a half. I used to bring that to work with me when I worked overnight as a matron at the police department so I could watch silly little shows, even though I had a TV with every channel access because it's the police department. But yeah, so I digress. I always do. So here we are, and I am so excited about um, the the orders coming in starting at 6 a.m. with Instacart. Now I could do the senior shopping thing because I'm an old broad, and because they opened up at 6 to 7 for seniors. So I could scoot in there anyway, but Instacart didn't start dropping orders until 7, and now they start at like 5:45. So that is right up this early bird's alley. So I go into the grocery store to cashier at 9 today, so I could do an Instacart before. So we'll see what comes up when they do their drop. I love it. And I woke up to two panicked emails, one at the store I work at and one at the one that's a mile away from me, both Shaw's for point pickup. And one was $30 and one was $25, and they were desperately looking for somebody to deliver both of them. But I turned my phone off and put it night night at 2 p.m. I know that's early for a lot of you, but that's when I'm done because I'm up now doing all the administrative at home things, and then I get ready to do the gig work, and then at 2 Greg and I have that one meal a day deal between 2 and 3, and I turn it off. I'm done with people and the world for the day. Just give me guilty pleasure TV and food. i'm I'm easy. Just feed me and entertain me and I'm done. But I am delighted with the 6 a.m. drops because, first of all, the overnight stalkers, which has been pretty good, um, it's there. Now, if the truck hasn't come in with the produce and the meat, sometimes we are SOL at that hour. And no, there's no sushi or rotisserie chickens. But the other day there was no water, absolutely no water, because it's over 100 degrees with the heat index, and the water's gone, all of it. And so I'm telling this lady that wants 2 cases of Poland Springs that they're out of water. She said that can't be, and you just want to pull her by her ear and say, "Come into the store and I'll show you." You take pictures of the empty shelves, but they just think that you're being a snarky bitch, and you don't want to give them water. I mean, really, like, why do I want to subject myself to your being snotty back to me when there's no water? Don't you think I'd rather give you your water? So yesterday it was kind of funny. I had this person, and you couldn't tell by their name if they were a male or a female, but it was their first time using Instacart. And silly them, they went on to the bakery part and they ordered 2 particular bakery items, which, of course, this is the worst bakery that I've ever shopped. It's, I just know they just don't, they have lousy bakery products. It's not like some of the other stores where they actually have, variety. This store has same old, same old. There's never anything new. So I couldn't find either one of the things. So there were 3 items: the half-gallon of ice cream, a cake, and buttercream frosting cupcakes. So they didn't have the 2 bakery items. And I'm just picturing this person going, that looks good. I'll order that. And it's never going to happen. I've never seen, I've seen the cupcakes there maybe once, but I have not seen the type of cake that they ordered. And, when you shop, 10 different stores in your area, you kind of get to know, this store is really good for steaks. This store is really good for ethnic type of meats like the chorizo and linguiça and those sort of things. And this store is really great with the frozen items where people just have frozen meals, a lot of frozen meals. They like their Eggos and they like their ice cream. This store is really great for yogurt selection. And this store is really great for, regular bread deliveries. So you get to know the vibe of your store, who is catering to the vibe of their demographics, right? So, but it's always funny when you get a new Instacart person and they go on like it's Wonderland and you can have whatever you want. And it's like, it doesn't exist at this store. So I got out of that. It was a double batch. So I got out of that part of the batch. Of course, they dinged me for the cancellation rate. Yeah, that's my fault that they don't. But we know how Instacart is. But anyway, I was very surprised that when I told them I had no GPS, no Waze, no Google Maps, no nothing, honey, for 4 or 5 days, they were like, well, what do you think? I love it. They said, send a screenshot. And I said, what, of a blank screen? I mean, you hit the navigation button and it never went anywhere. So I was very, very glad that it came back like that. Very odd. And so I did a couple of BJ's runs yesterday. And BJ's is our version of Costco. And it's smaller than the usual BJ's because it's Cape Cod and all of that quaintness that they want to keep. At the deli, again, one person in the deli. Now, I did the Deli Dilemma video a few days ago, and it just continues. And I'm going to use my cancellation rate for it. I mean, when the people just want a half a pound of honey ham, it's just, you can't wait 20 minutes there. I mean, especially when it's like BJ's, like Costco, where you could do the whole store in like 15 minutes because it's like, that's the size they have and the flavor they have, and if you want it, you got it. Otherwise, you aren't getting it, right? So it was like I could have shopped the entire store waiting for deli, but you just can't leave because they'll call your number, and then if you're not there, boom, they're going to move on. So, I had that happen to me twice because, of course, I had 2 BJ's orders. So I'm saving my cancellation rate and I'm just going to go through the thing. And when I see Deli, it's like cancel batch. It's just worth it. It's not worth it to be there. And I know this woman did get rescued at some point by obviously a man that does not want to be on the front lines of the deli because she's a one speeder. And one speed being slow to no speed. And of course, like I said in the deli dilemma, you can get somebody in front of you that it's getting, it's like Italian sub variety, right? The Genoa, the Mortadella, the prosciutto, the provolone, the American. And so they're there and they're there and they're there. And it's like you just want your freaking American cheese sliced. Don't get me started. Oh, too late. You did. And then, you know, it and so you just do the best you can. So I had somebody that was um pretty good, but then she said, I didn't get your pictures of the substitutes until like 2 seconds to checking out. And it's like, because you can see it, it says lost connection. I don't know. But I was so, but it wasn't as bad as that 5 day block of no GPS. That was the most stressful. You lose yourself, you lose your life, right? So I'm glad that Instacart's at 6 a.m. now and I can do that. And the point pickup, I'm so sorry I missed that, but I would have been in my pajamas because it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But what plump little orders, just picking up already shopped things for $30 and delivering them all day, every day. Thank you very much. Anyway, this has been Sarah, Instacart, Pearls of Wisdom. I'm so glad you're here. And we'll do this again maybe tomorrow because pretty much every day I'll do a video Monday through Friday. I'll see you the next time. Thanks for being here. Bye bye for now.